All right, live drum practice number 21, American Girl. We're going to be working on getting these speeds up to faster tempos. As always, if you want to sign up and help support these videos, like, comment, subscribe, all those things actually help a ton. And then becoming a member at musicbythemeasurespro.com if you're a drummer. Obviously, we're doing drum music tonight, but we have full sheet music there as well for all instruments. But $9.99 a month gets you 10 pieces of sheet music a month, and we got this new drip content we're working on too, so you get new tabs weekly as well. It's coming soon. Probably May. So I've been working on this one. I think it's my third day. These 16th notes on the kick is where we're going to start, and we're going to warm up at 54 BPM. Full speed, I think, is like 115. If you watch these other ones, you can tell that my 16th notes need some love. So what I'm going to do right away, I got some good feedback from somebody who was watching. He's like, hey, motherfucker. He didn't use his exact words. He said buddy, but he meant motherfucker. He's like, don't do these 16th notes. They're messing you up. And I'm like, legit, I get that. I know they're messing me up. But as a drummer, or as a wannabe drummer, I wouldn't consider myself a drummer at this point. I need to work on this. It's a skill that I need to work. Now, is that hindering me from learning the song? Sometimes, yeah, it probably is. Probably takes me a bit longer to get something done because I can find an exercise inside there that I really want to do. Or like, and you can tell it's the end of the day. It's at 11. It's 11:33 p.m. So I'm getting a little lethargic in the voice. My point being though, it's like I'm gonna practice these 16th notes a couple different ways, and one might actually make me play worse, but it's still helping me figure out a pattern and figure out what I want to do and how I want to approach that. So the first one I'm actually going to do is going to play eighth notes. Now, I'm trying to stay away from putting too many things in because I really just want to concentrate on getting tight 16th notes, like 1 and 2 E N, 1 and 2 E N, 3 and 4 and, or even take that away, 1 and 2 E N, 3 and. Now, metronome is our guide. It's going to tell us like, hey, you're doing this well or you suck. So let's see what 54 says. Blast beats. Dude, Psycho Doom, I can't play blast beats. Though there is a double bass pedal because the drummer that I play with in my band, Lamac, uses them. But I know do blast beats. This one's hard for me, my guy. And so 54 is really slow. 1 and 2 E N. And 2 E N. Now, is it really that much easier by doing and not putting the snare in? Probably not easy enough. John, how's it going tonight? Are you working on drums? So I'm gonna this is at 54 especially, right? 1 and 1 and it's not a different enough from. Okay, it does again help me kind of like hear where that rhythm's supposed to go. So I'm gonna be okay with being bad at something because if I'm not bad at it, I'm not learning. My big issue is it takes me a while to learn stuff. 1 E and 2 E, so it'd be 1 E and 2 E. 1 E and So that's not the problem. 1 E and 2. See if I could do just that. And give me feedback, guys. It sounded desperate. Not desperate, but like, these lives are easier for me to create. They help our website. People then buy some sheet music from us. They sign up as members. I don't think it's the best way to learn. It's a good way for me to kind of like vomit out some ideas. And then I think later on I'll do a tighter video where it's like, all right, so here's an exercise. You know, like, do you want to learn the kick drum pattern for American Girl? Here's the exercise. But those take longer to produce. That's more work. So if you guys want those and value those, become members. That's my new statement right now, today. 1 E and I. 1 E and 2 and 1 E and 1 E and shit. 1 E and 1 E and So we got some metal people watching, and I am not a metal drummer. Spring of Metal, cool name. And you got Psycho Doom. I'm guessing Psycho Doom wanting blast beats is metal. But you guys are stuck with Tom Petty, American Girl. You should listen to the song. It's a good one. Good drum part. 1 E and 1 E and 2 E. 1 and 2 E. 1 E and 2 E. Metal will come. I just have to do a lot. Oh, you like Tom Petty? Dude, awesome. I do too. Did you like Stan Lynch, the original drummer, or did you like their I can never remember his name. They always called him the new guy. I liked both of those drummers, but I definitely thought Stan Lynch was coming up with some cool shit kind of near the end that him and Petty kind of stopped getting along. All right, I gotta get these 16th notes in. So I got that 1 E. It's okay. And 1 E and 1 E and I will listen to Anthrax. I'll give them a try. I got a friend who likes a lot of heavy metal and hard shit, and he always tries to get me to listen to those. 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and 1 E and okay, let's try to get the 2 E and 2 E and dude, you're 16, but you still know who Stan Lynch is? This is the hardest group for me, Little Johnson. No comment. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and so it's just really hard for me to hear the or the E, 2 E. Now, let's put this together at 54, and maybe I can kind of fix some of those problems I had the other day on this. Supposedly Stan Lynch is in Gainesville area, Florida, and is playing or teaching drums. 2 E and 3 and 4 and okay, 54 is easy. I can rush that. You can hear me play a little shitty. My question is, though, will my bad mechanics and bad foot and bad hand playing, just technique-wise, is weak? I know it's weak. So it's knowledge is power. Metallica, Megadeth, Panthers, SOD. Dude, you're not distracting me. I'm distracting myself sometimes. Dude, thanks. I quit saying. I'm like, dude, thanks, bro. Sorry, I feel like I'm in lessons, and in lessons I kind of, use my dude, bro voice. This is an amazing kit. If you haven't checked out Canopus, I was going to call it what I call it sometimes, so you can figure that out on your own. Canopus drums are amazing. Very happy with this drum set. Sold my house. Bought a drum set. All right. Are you guys playing drums too? What's going on? You guys just checking shit out? And 2 E and 3 and again, I'm going to kind of point out what I said before. Like, I can play that. I can play that tempo. Once you get that with the other hand put together. I agree, Spring of Metal, and that's why I like when I coach kids on like piano. Always kind of correlate like drums and piano the same. Now, what I like your idea about going. So Spring of Metal, if you guys are on the other stream, is saying like, hey, focus on one hand at a time. And so what I try to do, I try to talk to about it as like a guide. Like this is my guide: 1 and 2 and 3 and. The problem is the 16th notes. I'm just not good at a Spring of Metal. Weird place to put your name, but you get the idea. So like I was doing this practice the other day with that 1 E and but then you can hear that when the 2 E. A lot of it's just placement and bad technique on my end. It's just, where I'm at. All right, let's speed this up. I do not disagree. I was doing dude, I was rusty today as shit. And not that I'm a good player by any means, but today I was even worse than usual. And I was doing a live stream on piano, breaking down Skinny Love. Corbin, sweet man. Corbin. So everyone knows Corbin is also a Spring of Metal and vice versa. I could call you ASOM for short if you want. I like your positive attitude. All right, so yeah, I'm going to do 65. I'll ramble some and check the chat and try to play at the same time. And it's kind of fun to do. So that the kick drums aren't good. They're not good yet, and that bothers me. Or I'm a little late. Every beast counts. Every best count. Every beat counts. I got to get a larger font. Just got to tighten those kick drums up. 1 and a 2 E and 3 and 4 and. I'm rushing it. I got some people actually watching for once. We don't always get this much when I do these in the afternoon. Dude, this is going to be terrible, guys, and I'll just go from 2 concurrent viewers to 0, and I'm fine with that. Corbin, thank you, man. Better. Nah, I'm not a very content or happy person. I'm going to get to. Dude, that's what it's all about, man. It will come together. Don't know when. It might not be tonight, but it's going to come together. And I think after 3 or 4 practices, you can hear beats that are like, this is a pretty, I wouldn't say this is an easy or a hard beat. I think it's an inventive beat. I like where the kick drum placement is. I can hand this to an 8-year-old and say, play this, unless they were really good. So, most drummers should probably be able to play this beat. Though it was funny, again, somebody else was calling out like, hey, this is all transcribed wrong. And it's like, no, this is the way that you would think about this. Is the way that you would approach it. So even a drummer was like, I don't think this is right. And I'm like, listen to it. And actually, I give you guys homework. Look at, type in American Girl drum sheet music, and you'll see 3 or 4 people that have this written completely wrong. And we're going to do a video on that down the road. Corbin, go to your drummer's house. You play guitar. If you have I think you're in a band. Maybe I read that wrong. I don't know. This is a beat that looks easy. And I think it'd be a good beat for people to try. And 2. Okay, so 16th note counting. 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and So my goal with this exercise, I need a drummer too, clearly. My goal with this exercise is to be able to play this at 115, which would be the full speed of the song. So really slow, it'd be. When I can do that, I know that I'll be able to, obviously, play the song, right? Because it's actually stripping some things away. And it's the same beat in the interlude. So doing this exercise, me being a little patient and calm and maybe having a little bit too much caffeine at the end of the night, wanting to rush through this is not helping me at all. Hoping Corbin's going to get a drum set. That's his biggest dream. Good luck, my guy. Bring back metal. The drummer I play with in my band, he loves metal. And he's like, I wouldn't say he's known for this, but he's always like, dude, you could be a big metal band and still be a small band. And I'm like, dude, that's so true. Like, you could easily become like a huge metal band. I mean, not Metallica huge, if you guys want to still consider them metal, and most people do, blah, blah, blah. But just there's so many great small metal bands. Now, I personally don't love them. A little hard for me, but teach their own. All right, a little bit more of this, and then we're going to do some other shit. Bro, I don't have real talent yet. I'm working at it, though. But, Randy, thank you, man. Thank you. That's very sweet words, my guy. I have what I call undisciplined talent, and that's something that these videos are these videos are about me resolving that. I taught for about 20 years, no lie. I started teaching right out of high school. Wasn't a very good teacher. It took me quite a few years to figure out how to teach and learn. But one thing that I was able to do really, really well and something that I wanted, I sold my studio, sold my house, and kind of like set up in here and bought a really nice drum set and some other nice gear. I wanted to take the time to invest in my own skill set that I didn't take time when I ran the studio. And so the big thing is, I want to practice 3 or 4 hours a day and resolve some of these things that I've taught. I've taught this song 12 times to kids that can play it way better than I can. I just have never put the time in on my own. And as we all know, if you want to get good at music, you got to put your time in. So, dude, Randy, really appreciate the kind words. And Corbin exactly knows how to practice. You guys are being too kind. We're going to have to do late streams later like this because you guys are nice. The afternoon people are dicks. I'm kidding. Nobody watches. 2-E-N-O. So I like this 16th note exercise, and I'll quit rambling. 1-E-N-O. 1-E-N-O. Okay, wait. I got to figure it out again. 1-E-N-O to E. So if you hear the kick with the 16th note, you can hear it's just always lazy on the offbeats. Now, as a guitarist, I am lazy on my offbeats as well. So what I do notice is when I play like an hour of drums and I go play guitar, I'm like, shit, I can actually play guitar pretty tight. My drums are still terrible. 1-E-N-O to E. 1-E-N-O to E. 1-E-N-O to E. You know what? I'm going to stay on this stream until I get this full speed, and I'm lying. I don't want to be up all night. We'll see. I don't want to make everyone watch me for that long. It's always been funny, too, in lessons. Like, I'll be teaching a song and be like, all right, now you go work on this because this is as fast as I can play it. But I won't say that. I'll say instead, like, it's your turn. Just you start hitting this on the drum set now. All right. We're going to do 50 BPM. We're having a good night. Corbin's here. I had some Rubus tea, kind of clean up the allergies and shit. 2-E-N-O, 1-E-N-O, 2. Mr. Corbin, just to the left of me, and I'll have to get it at some point, is my Gibson Explorer. Big fan. Big fan of the Gibson Explorer as well. Now, again, me liking the softer rock, I want you to guess the band, Corbin. Guess the band that inspired me to get a brown Gibson Explorer, brown wood tone. 1-E-N-O, 2-E-N-O, 1-E-N-O. So here's Corbin's idea as well. I'm going to let my hands guide where those kick drums are going to land. One E-N-O, 2-E-N-O. 1-E-N-O. Right. We might have to retitle this stream to watch me suck at drums, but 1-E-N-O, 2-E. 1. Let's go back to this. Now, again, it cleans it up the right away. Credence. Think early 80s band. I feel like I'm being mean to you. No. Corbin, I don't think you're going to be able to guess it. But it's a fun game. Corbin, if you get this right, free piece of sheet music from our website. That's only like worth nothing. It's worth something because we have really high quality sheet music. But if you guess it right, I'll give you a hint in a minute. Dude, I totally agree, Corbin. You gotta suck before you get better. Most people aren't as crazy. I wouldn't say crazy, maybe like unwell, that they want to suck live. One and all right, since we're already at these tempos, let's move it up. So I'm going to try to just jump into the beat. I'm going to play a little hi-hat, the 16th notes on the kick drum so I can get the idea and then jump into it. So I'm feeling pretty good. Again, as we speed up, bad technique will take over. Corbin, a hint. Their first album, so this is the drummer. This is the drummer you got to figure, or not, I'm sorry, the guitarist who inspired me to get this guitar, the Explorer, Gibson Explorer. You could probably just type in main guitarist that played Gibson Explorer. Their first album, oh no, that would be too big of a hint. A single off their first album, Stories for Boys. But you have Google, so. And then message me on here or message me on Instagram, musicbythemeasurespro.com or some bullshit like that. And pick out a tab that you want. Send it your way. One and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. That was a good one. One and a 2 and 3 and 4. Another hint for you, Corbin, is his signature sound used delay a lot. Delay on the guitar. Corbin's got it. Hey, Corbin, link below for our email. Just send me an email, bro, and let me know. You can look through our website. If there's some sheet music that you want there, though, it's yours. Whatever you want. 3 and 4 and. Well, it's The Edge. The Edge is the guitarist. The band is U2. The Edge, his first real nice guitar, maybe even his first guitar, was the Explorer. Like a 62 or some bullshit like that. Maybe 70. Probably 70 because 62 is too old. I like music trivia too. I think this is a new game that we're going to come up with. I saw a chat, but now it's gone. Okay. So 62 is not bad. The funny thing is sometimes just spending a second not paying attention to the music and reading the chat is enough to be like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to play. And my brain hears it better. I say that a lot. Like, I think I've taught some kids and even adults that had like really good musical memory. Like they could understand like, hey, this is how that's supposed to sound. Well, I show them a couple times, they're able to repeat it on their own. Even if they don't have great technique, they're able to understand the nuance of like, oh, that kick drum obviously has to go because it's the only place you can go. And I'm just always like, whoa, bro. Bro, that is teaching. You were 100% correct. And also because like my brain goes. I was talking to another student, an adult student, and mentioned that oh no, I was talking about how like if I practice on my own without a live, I'm usually just on my damn phone and I gotta stop. I was doing pretty good today with that, but it's so easy to just practice for 10 minutes and then check your phone, practice for 10 minutes. It just forces me to be like, all right, phone's away, practice and make some mistakes. All right, 68. One in the 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool. Have I heard of the drums in the Silk Sonic record? Oh, dude, I will. I love, especially since like the last 2 years, I really have developed my ear quite a bit. Just playing drums and doing some ear training, and some stuff. I love great sounding drums, and a couple albums that I'm surprised by that I really like, that have really good sounding drums is Pinkerton by Weezer. The drums are just fat. That kick drum sound that they got is awesome. The toms are okay. That's an album I was surprised by. So I will totally check out the Silk Sonic record. Those are fun things to put on when I'm like kind of setting up or just like, I don't know, just doing shit and my speaker system set up. It's nice to just hear some really good music before you go play. Dude, make sure you Dude, I have like 1,000 vids on my channel and I think they suck. So I think we're on the same page. And I talk in circles sometimes, but it's kind of what this is about. Like, you just have to release shit. You just have to do shit, and eventually you'll get better. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It actually will happen tomorrow because when I do my live stream in the morning, I'm going to be better at this. All right, so I got Indians by Anthrax, and Randy suggested a Silk Sonic record. Is Silk Sonic the band, or is that the record? I will totally check both of those out, guys. All right. I think I did 68. Let's do a couple kick drums, though. One in the and 4 and. So I'm starting to get a little sloppy on that. One E and It's close. It's close. It's close. Now, sometimes I can do that shit, but I can't fucking play it with the tempo. Oh, sorry, I'm reading chat. Sorry, if this is boring and you guys are watching this, I'm reading the chat because these guys are entertaining as fuck. Yeah, want me to try doing it because give me more confidence about my music. For sure, guy. For sure, guy. For sure, my guy. If you open the hi-hat just a little bit, I gotta get the little bit more cymbals. I mean, it does have a circle. It does have a circle that says that. Well, Corbin, I've recorded drums a couple times, and been quite upset. Not enough. In my band, I'm playing guitar and singing. Um, and I got distracted. Um, I agree that I should do no tempo, but also I think I did no metronome for way too long in my playing career, like 20 years worth. And there is something that after a while with metronome, you start to be like, oh my God, I get it. I get why I have to practice with this all the time. And then don't have to practice with it, right? It's one of those things you want to learn how to get to and then take away. So we all agree. Good points. Silk Sonic is the band made up by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Okay, that's why I've heard of it. I love that your name, My Guy, is My Guy. That just made my entire, well, this whole chat's making my entire night. Um, I did Enter Sandman once. I'm gonna have to do it again. So I will do another one. I'm kind of doing Tom Petty for a couple weeks, and then I will jump into Enter Sandman and do another one. And dude, I totally get that, Corbin. That you do need to practice it slow, and sometimes it really logistically is hard to go. Oh shit! On E and right? And sometimes as soon as you put this all together. Now, both of those sounded actually pretty good. If I had my phone on me, but I bet I was close to full speed. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4. 90 to 95. But what I've noticed too, though, is I'm not playing it well. If I went to record with a band or if I went to play with a band, my tempo would be here. So even though it seems somewhat restrictive at times and does take me longer, I know this is a 6-month process. And 6 months, what are we in? April, 4 plus 10. 4 plus 6, 10. So October. We're going to come back and be like, oh my God, this fucking got here by us doing this forever and ever again. And then he never has to play with the metronome again. I'm done with 68. Let's 72. Let's 72 this shit. Now, I'm having a lot of fun practicing because you guys are all fucking giving great comments and great feedback. We're having a good conversation. But make sure you guys are practicing. So, YSLO. Whistle. Bro, little exercise for you. Are you playing on this song? Here's an exercise that I've not done yet in this song, and maybe we'll do it again. If you need some help with this one, we'll break it down. I would go to a slow tempo. Maybe we just do this a minute. This is a really good exercise for 16th notes, and I'm probably going to suck it up, but it's no different. Suck it up. Suck. It's no different than the kick drum one. What I try to do with students and even myself a lot, because I'm really just to teach myself, is just go 1 and 2 and 3 with a click, with a slow click, at first without a click. And then I go and I sound a little bit like a barnyard animal. But I do notice when I do, just doing that, and I'm doing more of a push-pull finger, which is another exercise that if you don't know, I'd love to show you. I like it a little bit too much. No dirty connotations with that. I just like it a little bit too much. And then go back into these 16th notes. So just 1 E and or 1 and 2 and 3, and you could even do the metronome at double time or half time. Because I think it'd be double time because you want more clicks. So you get these 8th note clicks. But if you can really hear that which I can, it's sloppy right now, and it's still sloppy there, and that's okay. And then as Corbin's using some good wisdom, up above, practice shit slow, and then practice it fast, especially on 16th notes at 115, slow then fast. Creeping Death verse riff at James Hetfield's. Oh, nice. Oh, shit, yeah. Dude, and he sings and plays that. Yeah, I think all those, I was thinking about It wasn't Metallica, but that'd be worth listening to. I did not listen to that since I was a kid, and I cruised to my brother's Monte Carlo, and he made me listen to it, and I hated it. For sure, Randy. I agree with you. And there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that get through that metronome. Randy, do you play? What do you play? I'm guessing drums because you like drums, and you mentioned that band. It bugs me because I can't see that zero. Good. There's a couple hits right after that second 16th note. One. That's not always great. Gotta turn that into automatic, but it's not happening yet. 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 and... So we're probably hitting. We'll try 78. Okay. I will check that out. And Justice for All. It's getting there, Corbin. It's really fucking getting there. It's getting there. It's still 78 though, and I can hear there's like, it's that. Actually, it's my Honda Elantra, like it's a 2008 or some bullshit. And as I drive it down the highway, parts of it shake off. That's kind of how I feel when I'm playing this. My guy, as your name is, my guy. No, your questions aren't off topic. Dude, what I always recommend for anybody buying a drum set is go on Facebook Marketplace. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, go there and hit it. You know, does it sound kind of like a drum set? Stay away from weird names like, Battle Street or Backstar or I don't know, anything like that. Yamaha's are always good. Like I've recommended so many. Again, it depends what your price range is, but I've recommended like those Gretsch travel size kits. I've always liked them. They've been kind of nice. A friend of mine had a CB kit. They're not known for being great, but it's a pretty nice drum set. I like pearls. I have a pearl. I have a silver pearl that I really like. It was a good drum set. And then all of a sudden, it's, as Corbin knows as well, you get a new guitar, and you're like, damn, my old guitar was good, but this new guitar is great. And like my last drum set was like $1,000 drum set. This one's a lot more than that. Nice acoustic guitar and drums, Randy. Sweet. It's been a couple weeks since I played guitar. I need to get back into that. So, but yeah. And I got a lot of homework from you guys. I'm excited to do that. I'm going to do some organizational bullshit tomorrow and listen to that before I do my lives and whatnot. So yeah, my guy, my cap of that is I always recommend used drum sets. Oh, dude, DW is the GOAT, Randy. And actually, before I bought this one, it was between DW and this Canopus. I always forget the name of this. The only reason I went with the Canopus is a guy that knew the guy that I knew could get a good deal on it, and these are really nice drum sets. But I like Kings of Leon as well, and I think they have some really good drum tones, and that's who I kind of modeled off as well. I wanted tones like him, like kind of when we pick out a guitar. I picked out the Edge's guitar because I liked his sound, I liked his tone. Never really fell in love with the Explorer. I had an SG before that I liked a little bit more. Corbin, I don't know. I don't have to actually work tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited by that. this is kind of like we launched Music by the Measures like 3 years ago, and this was kind of the dream of like higher quality sheet music and less than videos. And I had some health issues, allergies and mold and shit like that I was working through for my old house that I sold. I twiddled my sticks as like, that doesn't sound good. So my long speech is, I'm gonna wake up and bring a friend to the airport, and then I'm probably gonna drink some coffee, and then I'll probably do this. So I'm thinking, I'm in Michigan, by the way. So this is 12:12, our current time, and I'll probably do it around 12 tomorrow. So 12 hours from now, I'm gonna do drums, and then I'm gonna end up doing piano after that. So nice. Yeah, Randy, as we both know, what kills you with all the drum stuff is all the hardware. So buy a nice drum set, and then all of a sudden you're buying nice hardware, which is, again, is why you buy used. Half the time they have a full kit, or maybe they have 2 toms and a throne and a kick drum pedal and a hi-hat. Otherwise, when you buy it piecemeal, like, you can go to Guitar Center and spend $1,200 really easy on a drum set and get a mid-level drum set. I think quite often you can spend $600 on a used drum set and just get a lot more bang for your buck. Kind of feel that sometimes with guitars too. Bro, you got school. I guess that's right. I thought spring break. So do not blame me if you can't. We'll be doing more of these night ones. I'll probably do night all this week because I am kind of on spring break from teaching for a bit. So, all right. 78. I got to remember those when you end it. Let's speed this up. 82. So again, I feel it's a little sloppy, and I'm going to be embracing the sloppy and kind of just push this up tempo-wise, and then tomorrow kind of clean it up. Dude, why would you be excited about going back to school? I don't blame that at all. Connecticut. Dude, my brother lives in... I got to quit saying dude. People. Guys. My brother lives in Connecticut. I think. So again, it's a little sloppy right now, and we're going to live with that. We're going to try 88. We're just going to try it. There is some apparent rushes. Shit. All right, 88 again. Fuck. Corbin, great media, man. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. We'll catch up soon, though. Hopefully you liked and subscribed, and I'll do the same when I see you. So, same goes for all you guys. It's good chatting. So, love to have you guys subscribe, and I'll subscribe back. And I kind of wish YouTube had a chat function. Clearly, they do. But, you know, a message function, because, like, I don't know, it's just nice to, you know, what are you working on? What are you doing? Ask me questions. Randy brings up a very good point of maybe contention for some drummers. So my drummer who plays in a metal band, the drummer in my band, he loves triggers, and he uses them because he's in a metal band, and a lot of metal band players do. He swears by them, loves them, he's a smart guy, and I like him. So now it might be genre specific as well, right? Like your metal band, you want that sound, you want that tone. Um, but I'm guessing most rock bands are doing it as well. Like, why wouldn't you go play a gig and have this ready-made sound that's a little bit more perfect? So much like with the studio, I'd prefer everything to be real, but I also know that's probably not the reality. So prefer everything to be real, but I don't know. I think on our last song that we did, we did drum replacement. We actually recorded it with my Pearl when I lived in my old house, and I had this kit, so we were like, shit, let's drum part was as it was, but we used Logic Pro, and then did samples. The drum set was attuned at that point, but so I don't know. I mean, I've used electronic triggers on drums before too, and actually when I ran the studio, we played out quite a bit, and I made like a hybrid kit, which was kind of cool. I enjoy that as well because you get that control, especially if your environment is an environment that you need control in. If you control the sound, right? Like I don't want to overpower everyone all the time. Triggers are awesome for that. I think if they're set up live, like a small, I'm thinking like bar size, like shithole, hole in the wall. That's the word I'm looking for. Again, my brain. It might not always be the best, but I don't know. Like I was always one that like, okay, guys, we got to set up in an hour. I want to be done. What's the easiest thing for us to set up? Well, a decent sized drum set that the drummer's comfortable with. Dude, Corbin, yeah, thanks for the like, sub, and I will follow you back, my guy. Nice meeting you as well. Not bad. So let's go to 92. Part of me feels like I know I'm not playing it perfectly. I know it's not as tight as I'd want it to be. But we'll fix that tomorrow. Okay, so another little trick that I like, I can't remember if it was my guy or somebody else who has to play this. Sorry if I'm confusing people. It's all the way up in the chat. We were talking about this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and kind of exercise. Might have already forgot my point. Shit. Okay. It'll come back. Oh. I already came back. I've been watching a lot of Malcolm in the Middle lately. Great show. It's a great show that you should probably review every 5 years. My guy, I'll keep working hard, and you know what? I don't know if I do deserve it yet, and I don't even mean to be that in a dismissive way. I need to fix a lot of stuff in my playing. Now, part of my master plan here is to get better. When I'm on live drum practice number 100, and my guy and Corbin and Randy have been here from number 21, I'll be a pretty good fucking drummer. And it's okay to live in the future for a little bit, but like, I just need to do this every day. I just need to spend the time. I just need to work hard. It's not, I'll put my sticks down for a second. I ran a teaching studio. I am a really good teacher, but I didn't get the time that I wanted to practice. And I developed a lot of like great teaching skills by being in situations of be like, oh shit, I got to learn how to play this really quickly, and I got to tell you how to play it. Now, I never was in the position where I had to master shit though. And that kind of like started irking me, especially near the end of my teaching career. because I kind of put a pause on it for a bit, and then I'm back. Um, I wanted that chance to refine stuff, and that's really why I sold my music or my teaching business and tried to buy a bunch of gear and get launched, and just everything didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And that's okay. Just kind of like the rebirth for the fifth time. And I think this way actually works. My point is, like, I don't deserve it yet. I need to start showing up for myself, and not in this very like therapeutic way, but in a way like just showing up, doing the work. I'm laughing at Randy because I do like, dude, because you were so right. Like, everyone's playing to backing tracks, and it's kind of sad. Are you serious? So Randy's telling me that he saw Luke Combs wreck his drummer's kit, but the drums never stopped playing. Bro, like, this is, and Corbin kind of mentioned it above, like, his dream is to bring metal back. A large part of my dream would bring rock and roll back, or even like I love you too. I love the Beatles. I love Tom Petty. It's kind of like rock pop a little bit. I think it's rock yet, but some might argue with me. So no, I think it's sad. I was bringing up Ashley Simpson, Jessica Simpson's sister. Like, this was like 20 years ago. It was on Saturday Night Live, and the music started without her, and she started dancing, and she just looked like an idiot, a fool. We've given these drummers or not drummers, all musicians a free rein to cheat, and then not hold them accountable. And not that, I don't know. I'm not perfect on any instrument. I've flexed time shit. I've melodined my vocals before. I think the goal, though, is you keep coming back and going like, all right, well, I melodined a little bit. I learned a little bit. I straightened some stuff up. I like that comment. Randy goes, if I paid to hear that music, live music, I'd want my money back. And you ain't wrong, my guy. You ain't wrong. Maybe things will get better. I mean, I think the advent of technology hasn't helped us create better music. It's taken away some soul. And I don't know if we can get it back. It'll be an interesting thing to find out. What I love, Randy, and my guy, good point as well. Like, you then go see a local bar band, and I don't go out enough, and I probably should drink more and go out. I put the emphasis on drink more, but you go see a live band at a small bar, and they screw up, and everyone's like, oh, you guys suck, versus that shit. And that drummer, and I'm sure Luke Combs gets the best drummer. There's schools that are like, hey, you're a really good drummer. You're going to go to that band. We want you. It's almost like drafting, but then he's playing to backing tracks. And I don't think backing tracks are inherently evil in and of itself. The problem is, like, I think it just became, I don't want to say easy, but it became easy to use a backing track, and then you're consistent. It's easy to do that. It's easy, Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that's on YouTube. I'll have to find that. One into 2 3 and. Randy, I'm shaking my head with you because that's bullshit. 4. So the funny thing is, I'm actually playing it too fast right now with metronome, right? I'm rushing those first kicks, so I just got to calm down a little bit. So close. We're getting there. We're getting there, my guys. I do this thing where I drift a little bit as I'm playing, and So I got a lot of little habits that I want to not even fix, just slowly resolve. That's a better way to say fix. Which again, I'll call myself out, and then you go watch Stan Lynch play. He's got his own ebb and flow to him, right? It becomes a natural thing, but it only becomes natural after you're 10,000 hours in. Let's go to 96. So again, it's not perfect. Just get in there. A lot of this helps me. Just helps me understand what rhythm. And then I'm then distributing that rhythm. I'm like, here, you have the 16th note, Mr. Leg. Or 1 into 2E and 3 and 4 and... I'm just teaching myself the rhythm, right? I'm making it easier by just doing it on hands and then adding my leg. Dude, I am getting there, Randy. I am getting there for sure. And dude, that's the funny thing about this, right? It's a groove. It's a groove that we're playing. Dude, like you learn this groove, that's the entire song. And actually, if you think about it, it's a lot of Tom Petty songs too, right? With different kick drum patterns throughout. He loved this beat. He loved that drive. Also, like it kind of gives it. I don't know if it would be a double time fill. Randy might be able to fill me in on that one. Terrible joke, but I made it. I'm not happy. I'm not proud either. Yeah. So it has a lot of anticipation with the snares being on the end. 1 and 2 and 3. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's there, it's just inconsistent, which is fine. Which is, again, odd, right? Like, even if I teach it in a lesson, I'd be like, hey, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You're inconsistent. Let's move on. You have enough of the idea of it now. You just keep doing it. And you slow it back down tomorrow, and then you speed it back up. You slow it back down, you speed it back up. Also, did I have coffee too late today? Probably did. I'm going to pause for 1 sec. As Randy can attest to this as well, you learn this beat. You've learned not only a bunch of Tom Petty songs, but you've learned this kick drum pattern. You've reinforced this open hi-hat on 4 kind of stuff. You've learned not this beat. That's why, what are we at? We're at like an hour. That's why it seems ridiculous that you'd spend 1 hour on this, and I've done 2 other live videos on this song. So 3 hours on this, but you've learned more than just this beat. I just feel like we should go up to 115 and then not right away, but in a minute, and then call it a good night. So it's funny, as soon as you start speeding these tempos up, It's almost hard for me to count those 16th notes. You know, it's a bitch. Now, what I have noticed, I don't feel like I'm stalling for time, but I do find it's interesting to give my brain a little rest and chat. Um, Understanding time happens when you're doing what we're doing right here. When you start at that 40 BPM or 50 BPM that we started with and moving it up. Now, my brain can't comprehend 106 well. It doesn't understand that 16th note. It doesn't get those or and E. Now, what will happen though when I come in then tomorrow, and I probably start tomorrow at 80, and I start pushing that up. When I hit 106, even right now, it's incomprehensible for me. Like, and by that I mean like I can't hear the right and the wrong. Tomorrow I will hear it at 106. I'll probably hear it at 110, and then I'll be done. I won't go past that. And then the next week or the next time I practice, we'll push that up a little bit more. But it unlocks patterns in your brain. Agreed. And it sounds so good, though. And it fits the song so good. And that's what the Heartbreakers did. So good. Much like Ringo Starr. And that's why I kind of like both those bands so much. I quit saying so good. It's coming. You can hear me lose the metronome just a little bit here and there, which is okay. I mean, I'm glad I'm holding on to it at all. All right. My leg might fall off. We might as well. We're here. It'd be dumb not to try this and then try 115. And if I don't have a leg tomorrow, you know why. I was rushing. My guy, go to bed. Good chatting with you. I hope you liked and subscribed because I'd love to chat with you more. It's also 12:35 for me, so I get it. All right. We're going to try it. 115. My guy, still good chatting with you. We'll hook up sometime and let me know what you're working on and if I can help you with anything. Same Randy, but I feel like Randy might be teaching me some stuff, which is good. And honestly, like I learn stuff from students all the time where I'm like, dude, I wouldn't have thought of it that way. Like that's a perspective that, I wouldn't tackle it. And they help and they grow and you learn and you get better. Randy, we did it. We did it. My guy, we did it. Little sloppy on that one hi-hat after the kick, but I just have to hear it. Again, I want consistency that's not there right now. Shit. All right. Do a couple more. Thank you, Randy. We're going to do a couple more. My leg is not in great shape. Something I mentioned all these things I need to work on, and I think someday it might be like a good exercise of just being like, all right, this is the exercise that I need to work on. I need to work on it for 4 hours. Let's just fucking fix this thing. Now, I'm glad that we made to 115, but really that's really just the start of it, right? I mean, down the road, I'm going to have to do it for a couple minutes at a time. Or we go work on another song. But okay, let's try to do a couple more at 115. It's funny, again, it's hard for me to count it as 1, into 2, and 3, and 4, and... So one thing I'm going to work on fixing tomorrow is this drift. And we're going to start at a slower tempo. I'm missing. I like this idea. Randy, do you think with metronome or let's try by ourselves? 1, yeah, 1. See, I mentioned this before, that E is something I need to work on throughout all playing. Rhythm I need to work on. 1 and shit. 1 and You can hear my E is always just like questionable, but I like that idea. Tomorrow, Randy, I'm going to start with 1 and up. And that's actually a good way to like really work on my heel toe as well. I think I could sit here and go 1 and up. And then you see how I'm being lazy with my left hand. All right, we're going to try 115 a couple more times. This is for real now a couple more times. I feel like we already hit it. It'd be nice to just solidify it, and then it'll be in my brain, downloaded for tomorrow. So I'm playing too fast. 3, 4, 1, and 2, and... It's not bad, Randy. It's not bad. Guys, it's a lot of fun. It's very motivating to practice when I get great comments and good feedback and stuff, and just even asking questions. And some are like, I'm like, oh, yeah, that is a good point. Or, oh, shit, yeah. I did that the other day. It's a good idea. Now, as important as watching me practice is, I hope that you guys are practicing as well. And I'd love to hear what you are practicing. comment below, or I mean, send me videos. Instagram or Twitter is probably the best. Music by the Measures, or guys, in the link is in the bio is our link and stuff. So follow us. I'd love to hear more from you guys. Thanks for checking it out, and I hope we all can become friends someday. Peace. As he awkwardly tries to